Hello, my class. How are you guys doing today? Today we're going to be doing week 33, day 3 for math. Okay, week 33, day 3 for math. So, like every day, I like to start with my minute math. Make sure that your parents are putting a minute for you, or you guys can put it on a alarm clock or your phone or a watch somewhere that tells you the minute. Okay, when the minute goes off, remember, when the minute goes off, you highlight or mark when you finished, and after the minute you go over the problems, and you go 15 minus 6 and then 12 minus 8. Okay, when you guys are done with the minute math, then you turn the page and then we start with our math. Lesson 14 for today. So today it says, all parents too, for this day, we did not attach, which I forgot when I was doing the packet, an attachment that it looks like this to help with problems with this math the math for day 3. So I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna upload it to the dojo, but it looks exactly like this, and the students can cut them out. Well, they can draw they can draw it too on a separate piece of paper, and you can just have them cut. But I'm gonna post the picture, but it looks exactly like this, just so you guys have an idea. You can draw it on a piece of paper, and it has well, I'm gonna post it in on dojo, but it looks exactly like this. You cut it out and then you follow the instructions, which I'm gonna do number 1 with you. So if you have any questions regarding the picture, just let me know. But it's gonna look exactly like this, and you just have to draw it on a piece of paper so the students can cut it and they can do the questions. Okay, so for number 1, it says, cut out rectangles A, B, and C, which is this. You can cut it on a piece of paper. You can just draw on a piece of paper and they can cut it. Then cut accordingly to directions. Answer each of the following using rectangle A, B, and C. So for these questions, you're going to be using the rectangles I showed you, but you can draw them on a piece of paper so they can cut them. So for number one, it says, cut out each row of rectangle A. So this is my number 1. And this is my rectangle A. I'm going to pretend that I have cut it out, right? And it says, A. Rectangle A has blank rows. So remember, rows go side to side. Remember, rows go side to side. So number 1A, it says, rectangle A has blank rows. So how many rows does rectangle A have? So let's look. Remember, rows go like that. So how many rows do you see right here? 1 and 2. So you see how many rows? 2 rows, right? 2. B says each row has blank squares. So remember, how many squares are in each row? So these are our rows, and then let's count those squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's read B again. Each row has blank squares. How many squares again? It has 4. My numbers look kind of like not so great. There you go, a little better. Now let's look to letter C. Blank rows of blank equals blank. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of blanks, huh? So we already know that we have, how many rows do we have? We have 2 rows, right? Of how many squares each row? We have the answer right here too, right? On letter B, it says here, each row has 4 squares. So 2 rows of how many squares each? 4. So 2 rows of 4 squares equals how many in total? So let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 2 rows of 4 equals 8. Letter D. Rectangle A has a total of how many squares are in all total? Remember, we have the answer right here. So how many squares in total? 8. And that's exactly what we're gonna do with the rest of the problems. So I'm gonna post the picture that it looks exactly like this, and it's gonna ask you to cut out the columns. So if you can please draw the columns on a separate piece of paper so the kids can do the different activities that they say here. If you have questions, please let me know. But I'm gonna post this when I post the video for that. Okay? If you have any questions, please dojo me. Have a good day.